Hello again. Today, my name is Tisha Jaziri and welcome to my channel. Today, like my previous videos, I've been talking about the power of different digits. So my first video was on the power of 9. I talked about the power of 8. And today, I want to talk about the power of 7 and 6. I decided to combine the power of 7 and 6 because if you've been following my videos, the trend is so easy. So I just didn't want to make this video long. And that's why I've come up with this nice video. So watch this video to the end and you will be so amazed by the power of 7 and 6. Now let's go to the power of 7. There are two key things to check on when you multiplying anything with 7. So one is what's the difference between 7 and 9? And another one is the difference between 7 and 10. For this case, we are going to look at how does 7 behave when you look at the difference between 7 and 9. So I have some examples here that will clarify this one to the point. If you look at 7 and 9, the difference between 7 and 9 is 2. And to make 7 behave like 8 and 7 behave like 9, you need to add like any multiple. Let's say like this is now example was like 130 by 7. You need now to add this x by 2 because the difference between 7 and 9 is 2. And then you will see the behavior remaining the same. Taking this example, you use ones like normally. So you take 130 by 7. And in this case here, we will have 0. And the answer here is 910. But if we go then to 131 multiplied by 7, but then because this one here, multiply that one by 2 and then add it to your answer. And then we're going to have 1, and here you will have 9. So we are going to have 919. If you go to the next number, you multiply 132 by 7, you have these two, multiply these two by 2, which is the difference between 9 and 7. What are you having there? You can get the answer already, no? I see you have the answer. So you have this, and this is the point where our tens starts changing. So this is going to be 2, and this is going to reduce by 1. So it's going to be 928. If you take 133, multiply that one by 7, and then add this ones here. But if you multiply the ones here by 2, add to the answer that you will get, you automatically know what the answer will be here. Yeah? So this is going to increase to 3, and this is going to reduce by 1. So automatic, you don't even have to do any calculation. You are having your answers like from your mind, no worries. Yeah. And therefore, I know the next answer you can say without even thinking about it. So that's going to be that 946. And the last one, it's going to be 955. Yeah, clap for yourself. So the more you practice this, I will give you so many videos. And if you watch my previous video, you will see now how this is developing, and you will be so amazed. And for that, I would want to introduce you to the power of 6, because it's the same procedure, and I'm almost finishing with power of digits, because I believe that if you watch the previous videos from me, now you know, again, like 7, 8, 9, 6 is the same. The key thing to think about is what's the difference between 6 and 9, and what's the difference between 6 and 10. But because of this lesson, we are only going to concentrate on this 6 and 9. And that's going to guide us. The key thing to think about is still the same. You think about what's the difference between here, what's the difference between 6 and 9, what's the second one, what's the difference between 6 and 10. But for this case, we are going to look at this to guide us get our answers. So in this case, I took an example of 120. If you take 120 by 6, it gives you 720. And because here the ones is 0, so if you multiply that, because when you want to add, now you will add 0 by 3, that's 0, so it remains 720. if you go now to 121 by 6, then add 3 by this ones part of this 3-digit number. You know, since now you followed my videos, I can imagine that you know. So this is going to be 7 to 9. Now that one becomes our base, and let's go to the next number, which is 122 by 6, multiply by 2, multiply the 2 that you have here by 3. So that's where now that one comes in. So this is 6, then you add, and I can imagine that you know the answer without doing any calculation, yeah? So you have that, 7, and because now this one is supposed to go up by, so that one remain, and this one's supposed to go down, so that is 738. And the same, now the rest you can do without doing any calculation. It's now in your head, yeah? So you have 123 by 6, and then take this one, multiply by this. This is the same as this now, multiply by 3. So if you do that, you know the answer automatically. So that one remains 7, and this one goes to 4, and this one goes down by 1, yeah? And the same here, and now I can imagine that you know the answer without doing calculation. So you have that, you have 5, you have 6. And here you have 7, you have 6, you have 5. So you just play with the numbers, and the more you play with them, the more you find it really cool. And I can imagine, like, if I learned these things as a like a student or a pupil in school, I would just, play with these numbers forever and ever. But this is something I didn't get when I was learning mathematics. I was told numbers are numbers and you just have to follow it like that. But no one told me that these numbers have so specific relationship together, and they're kind of connected together, that if you know that, you can play with you can take any number and just play with it. And, like, it's never ending, because you cannot reach, maximum of any number. So you have this chance to have experience. You have the opportunity to have these examples that I'm giving you, so that you will never complain about maths again. And even if you're an adult who thinks, yeah, mathematics was not my thing, I think when you look at this, you will start seeing where the rain, started beating you, because maybe you didn't know the relationship between the number and what these numbers like really mean. So have time and just have, like, enjoy this mathematics. And if you like this video, please share with others whom you think would really like this kind of videos to improve their mathematics or to change their perspective when it comes to mathematics. And subscribe, give me a comment if you like it. And if there's something new that you want me to talk about, you can also write me, please. Thank you so much for listening, and until then, have a nice time. Bye. And if you want to support us, please visit our website, www.academy.teacherjaziri.co.ke, and donate to support our cause and share with us a new idea for growth. Thank you so much. Bye.